Hey guys, it's me, Aego here. Hi. Hello. As there have been many lip products that do not smear on masks being released, there have been numerous requests for comparison of these products. So today I'll be taking some time to briefly introduce these products and also do a comparison. The products I have with me today are Etude's Fixing Tints, PUREE's Ink Mood Matte Tint, and Bbia's Never Die Tint, a total of 3 lines of lip products. PUREE and Bbia's tints have a soft velvety texture, while Etude's has a matte ink-like texture which attaches itself right onto the lips. First of all, lip products that don't smear should be matte. If they're moist and glossy, they'll most likely smear a lot. Velvet texture. Bbia's Never Die Tint. I did a review on the Never Die Tint 2 a couple of months back as they were part of Bbia's Love series. For today's video, I have with me both the original Never Die Tint and the Never Die Tint Volume 2. Although these tints are velvety, they feel slightly moist when first applied. The colors apply softly onto the lips. The 5 colors from the original line seems to be very deep. On the other hand, the 4 colors from Love series seems to be relatively light and lovely. PUREE's Ink Mood Matte Tint. These tints are the most recent lip products that I reviewed among the few that I brought with me here today. The new Velvet Blur formula seems to apply on thickly at first, but after it's applied, it feels thin on the lips. While the colors of their previous tint lines are normally high saturated, this line seems to be relatively less saturated, so I think they're good colors to use as daily. When removing the tints to check the staining of Bbia's and PUREE's, they both seem to be on the light side, and when checking on the smearing after they have been fixed on, I was able to see that it was on the lesser side. As both PUREE and Bbia have the same velvety texture, they apply on with a good adherence, allowing them to be less smearing, and as they both don't carry a strong stain, it's good for those who don't prefer products that have a strong stain. But for those who have a habit of wetting their lips, it's inevitable that they won't be long-lasting, so I recommend products that have a strong stain for those with that habit. Matte ink texture. Etude's Fixing Tint. This was a big hit when it was released, so I did a review on them as well. These tints have an ink-like texture which sticks right onto the lips, and when the tint is completely fixed, I was able to see that it became matte. All 5 colors released can be used on a daily basis, so you can just easily choose a color that you like and can use. When removing the tint right immediately after it's applied on, the stain appears to be quite light, but when removed after the tint has fixed, the stain seems to be quite strong. When checking to see how it smears after it's fixed, I barely saw any smearing at all. When it comes to products with complete matte textures like Etude's, it's not an exaggeration to say that they barely smear, but velvet textures may smear, but as the velvet textured products these days have become thinner and apply on with good adhesion, they seem to smear less. Now, if you're someone who has dry lips, you are most likely going to not want a matte product and would prefer products which are less dry. In this case, I recommend the PUREE tints and Bbia's tints which are velvet in texture. As for those who don't care about dryness and want a product to be less smearing, I recommend Etude's Fixing Tint. When doing a smear testing, I normally press my lips onto a tissue immediately after applying the product on. As it takes time for the product to get fixed, when doing a smear test immediately after the product's applied, it's inevitable for the product to smear more than expected. So when leaving the product on until it gets fixed to do a smear test again, I'm able to see that the product smears less than the first test. When comparing the smearing of these 3 products, it seems that the velvet type smears more at first than the matte ink type. When I review lip products, some people often ask me how do they last on the lips or how do they look after having something to eat. When I compared the before and after eating in the review for Etude's Fixing Tint, the tint appeared to be nearly completely removed as I had fried chicken, which has many, it's quite oily. Basically, when we remove such point makeup, we tend to use oil products such as lip and eye removers to remove it, as oil does a great job in removing makeup. So when you eat something oily, even though the product you use is supposed to be non-smearing, it'll most likely get removed. That being said, when you don't eat something oily, you'll see that the product will hardly be removed. While all the products from these 3 lines barely smears, the order of products with less smearing is Etude, PUREE, and Bbia. Also, since there were also some people who asked me about the flakiness, let me talk about it. Velvet textured products such as PUREE and Bbia apply as if they're covering your lips with a blur filter, so you won't see any dead skin on your lips, but products with matte ink texture like Etude might make your lips look flaky if you have dry lips. Since I don't have a lot of dead skin on my lips, nor are my lips the dry type, I don't have any difficulties when applying on matte lip products, but whenever I feel that there are some dead skin on my lips, I always tend to apply on a lip mask before applying on the lip tints. First, apply the lip mask on thickly and wait about 1 to 2 hours for dead skin to get soft. When gently rubbing my lips with a cotton swab after the dead skin is softened, it'll detach itself. Like this, you can exfoliate your lips without hurting them and make your lips look smooth. But when you rub your lips too hard, it may bleed and cause even more dead skin, so it's best to rub gently. If you take care of your lips in this way before applying on matte lip products, you can apply smoothly. Since each person has a different lip type, I cannot say that the formulation of the products I brought are suitable for everyone. Each formulation has their own advantages and disadvantages, so it's best to choose the one that suits you best. I hope you found this information helpful. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!